Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where I believe I've arrived. Yes, I definitely have arrived to the arena and the Tour Gardens, where I need to find out who our friend is slated to fight. I think we need to go somewhere in this direction, I would presume, if they have posted the results. Let's see what we got here. Arena matchups. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm seeking. Scheduled to battle Rothog the Storm. Oh. Hello there.
Rothog the Storm? He is my favorite of all the hulis who fight in the arena.
How can you not have heard of Rothog the Storm? He's a mighty half-troll who began as a ferocious pit fighter and rose to command a ship and crew of his own. The Crow Feeders they were called, for they had a great mass of carrion birds following their wake. When Rothog crossed Balachor the Scourge, he found himself once again consigned to the arena, forced to fight his former crew and friends. Balachor thought he would die, but Rothog survived for more than a year, sometimes fighting as many as 10 bouts a week. He became the favorite champion of the people, and though Balachor commanded the master of the arena to execute the half-troll and be done with him, she refused to command. "Fight him yourself, if you wish so badly to see him dead," I heard her answer. But before he could, Balachor sailed to his death in Gondor, and now Rothog belongs to the kindred of the coins, but he still fights in the arena because he enjoys it. Your friend has a tough matchup based on what I just heard. Well, so a favorite champion he is fighting. Well, let's see who else here knows anything about this matchup. Hello there. I was checking out the matchups for today. I was wondering if you could tell me your preferences on who will win one of them.
Who are the two combatants about whom you speak?
Rothog the Storm? Haha! You don't need to tell me the other name. Rothog never loses. Rothog never loses. Well, if he's got a reputation like that, and based on what everybody else is saying, it sounds like it's a well-deserved reputation. Dax's friend doesn't have a chance. Not in the least. Hello there?
I was in the stands of the arena the night of the rebellion.
I was there when the kindred of the coins came to power and cast off the shackles of Ordach and the church of the all-seeing, when the heirs of Castamere lost their grip on Umbar. The ground shook, and we saw flames erupt away across the harbor. Rothog had been put to work fighting a few of his crow feeders that remained alive, as well as men who had defied the heirs. But that all changed when the whispered rumors became facts proclaimed. Marach Horbo, the temple of Sauron, had fallen. Rothog turned to face his opponents in the arena, and he spoke a single word. From where I stood I could not hear it, but as it was repeated by others it grew in volume and intensity, until the echo of that one word shook the very foundations of the arena. The word he said was, "Halsey!" And when the uprising of the kindred of the coins was completed, Ashtag's sea shadow found Rothog the Storm sitting in the seats reserved for the heirs of Castamere, surrounded by their half-eaten bodies. The half-troll didn't join the kindred of the coins at once, but in time he did, and the people of the city love him. He still fights in the arena as often as he can, but now he does it for himself, and no other. What does Halsey mean? It means... Hey, could you hold on for a moment? What does it mean? Oh, freedom. It means freedom. gives you some exercise. Well, Dax, I don't think he's got much of a chance.
Oh, my friend Etor has to withdraw his request for trial by combat.
There is no possible way that he can best Rothok the Storm in the arena. Perhaps he was matched up against someone else who would have had some hope of victory. Well, Rothok is the most dangerous hulas to ever fight in the Tor Gardens. Eaters could not have drawn a shorter straw than this. Take my money purse, Pineleaf, and hurry back to the jail. There is no time to waste. We must get the guard to allow Eater to withdraw his request. Oh boy. All right, let's go. Oh there, I'd like Eater to reconsider his choice of trial by combat.
What's this? Back so soon?
You want me to see if your friend will withdraw his request for trial by combat? That is not usually done, stranger. What makes you think that he should? Oh? Rothok, eh? I understand now. I'll see what I can do. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, what did he say?
I am happy to report that your friend has withdrawn his request for trial by combat.
Your friend doesn't want to remain in prison, but when I told him that he has drawn Rothok as an opponent, he was unable to speak. Through the stammering, I was able to discern that he preferred remaining a guest of the jail for a while longer. Until Rothok has retired, he may have said. But if I were a wagering man, I wouldn't expect that to happen anytime soon. And the half-troll master of the Tor Gardens loves fighting that much, even when there is no need for it. Our business is done now. I thank you for your donation to the Fleet Fast. You're welcome. Well, what do you say about that, Dax?
I know Etor wanted to be set free, but I also know he would prefer to be alive.
Yes, and Rothok's reputation in the arena speaks for itself. I do hope that you will take pity upon me if I need coin in the future. I gave the last of my money away to part for this endeavor. After all, it was worth it, was it not? Aye, surely it was worth it. But keep me in mind at mealtime, Pineleaf, or I'll waste away to nothing. Wonderful. Now, what about Driftwood? Maybe he decided to spend some time in the market. In this case, it's called the Dawn Market, so I presume it's on the east side of the city. And, oh, hold on, I think I found him. Hello there.
I'm sorry, but I am really not in the mood for talking right now.
Do you think that you could give me some time to walk outside the city? I would like to be alone with my thoughts for now. All right. I shall leave you to consider things for a moment. I suppose I could spend the time putting up the last of these posters. There we go. I hope that Hodorian is satisfied with that. Perhaps I should see him. Ah, here he is.
Tongues should start flapping. Whether or not it is believable should not matter. There exists within Umbar a healthy smattering of different allegiances. Now, we wait for it to spread like a contagion.
Wonderful.
Now that the rumors are spreading, it is time to sow the seed of discord.
As
I
I...
learned in Anfalas, Kashap is prone to making mistakes when under duress.
After some digging around and bribing the right people, I was able to learn that Hashap does in fact have some rivals in the city. A rival Corsair group that, while not enthusiastic about snitching on a fellow, would have no choice but to respond to acts of aggression. This group routines the gut, a part of the lower wards that is inhospitable to outsiders. I fashioned these sashes in the likeness of Kashap's unique design. Let's just say, leaving it behind after roughing up a few of their member would work wonders towards turning their ilk against him. So you want me to defeat Corsairs in the gut and leave these fake sashes with the ones I defeat. Well, this is going to be interesting. Into the gut. Wonderful. Not exactly my favorite part of the city. Which probably explains why I initially went off in the opposite direction! Ha 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 ha! Yes. Try to avoid that place as much as possible. Well, now we're in the gut. Fighting gut rats, whatever. And maybe we could plant the right sashes. And after this little tussle, maybe, just maybe, we will be able to go and see Driftwood. And maybe he will finally have made a decision after being with his thoughts. Here we go. This looks like a nice place to leave a Corsair sash. I'm sure nobody noticed a strange hobbit around here doing that. Again, are there any hobbits that are native to this area? Something tells me that there aren't any, but you know, you never know. Oh, hold on. Really? You really think you're going to sneak up on me like that? Well, smack! Now, where's another good place? Ah, this looks like the perfect place to leave one of these sashes. Ooh. And we might as well put another one right up there, right after roughing up another gut rat. There you go. Ooh, I'm just going to litter these sashes all over the place. So that's what's going to happen. This little path of sashes along here, along with a path of broken Corsair bodies. There you go. And a little bit more. Mission accomplished.
This is the perfect storm. With the rumors spreading and the chaos in the gut, it is only a matter of time before Kashap makes his move to clear his name. And when he does, we will be there.
Now, we wait. We will wait. And since we are on a waiting game there, I think it is time for me to head back and find Driftwood. Knowing Driftwood, he's probably gone into a tavern or something. Oh, in fact, here he is. Hello?
I have been thinking. I think I may have been wrong.
These past few months have been difficult. I abandoned my kingdom, my friends, and the woman I love, and I thought it was for their own good. I punished myself for the weakness I saw in myself, and I believed my wife and kingdom would be better off without relying on such a man as I. Horn perished at the Pelennor, and Driftwood was born. But that death and that birth, they changed nothing. I told myself that it was right, but it wasn't. I'm done with being alone. I think that once our mission is concluded, I might be brave enough to see Nona again. Will you go with me when the time comes? Yes, I will do that. Very well. I don't think that she'll be happy to see me. I may need you to convince me to go through with such a meeting. It may, if my courage fails me. But for now, I intend it. Very well. And then let's take this. Now, I think I've managed to speak with just about everyone, so perhaps we could now collect our notes and see what we should do. Ah, here he is. Hello, how's the search going?
I hope the rest of the crew learned something valuable, for I have had a hard time of it.
I leaned out over one of the railings and studied the Citadel of the Winds from afar. But that place seems to be a fortress and impregnable. I can't think of any way that we will get inside, if that is where the Kindred of the Coins are holding the prisoners. I'm sorry. I'm feeling rather out of sorts. Someone bumped into me right before you arrived, and I almost fell. Folks should watch where they're going. Someone bumped into you.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Maybe you better check your belongings to make sure you didn't run to a pickpocket or anything like that. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, well, here's my purse, thank goodness. But as light as it ever was, I am sorry to say. But what of this? Where'd this paper come from? It's a message from Cruel Dancer! Ooh. A message from Cruel Dancer. What does she say? Crocodiles outside the city. Lamps in the night broken. Just enough for one. The Dancer. Crocodiles outside the city. Lamps in the night broken. Just enough for one dancer. Alright, what do you think about that?
Do you think it means she's found her way to the prisoners?
Lamps at night? Crocodiles? I heard the crocodiles to be southeast of the city have been a problem for the merchants trying to go that way. Maybe that's where we should start. But it sounds like that only one of us should go. That must be you, right? Tell me that you think that's what she means. Yes, alright, I'll investigate the crocodiles and the lamps, and you can stay in the city, alright? Fine. Crocodiles. Oh boy. From what I heard, these crocodiles are something like salamanders. Well, that's, I guess, what they're talking about. Well, at least I wasn't anywhere near its mouth when it snapped closed. Alright, well, and I'm supposed to be looking for these things. They're loud, aren't they? Well, let's see if I could. Now, alright, yeah, that's definitely the camp of crocodiles. I'll see if I can find some lamps anywhere. Yep. Well, fortunately, they're not hungry enough to attack me on sight. Now, from what I heard, though, the lions are a different matter. Maybe I'll just avoid the lions. Avoid the crocodiles. Avoid the lions. Avoid the camp. And see if I can find these lamps. Now, what is this up here? It's a lamp. Before this lamp was overturned, it may have guided ships along the river. Alright. Well, is that supposed to be some sort of clue? Pointing me in this direction? That doesn't seem to be a safe place to swim, so I'll come along here and maybe I'll find something useful. Hold on. Here's another lantern. You feel eyes upon you. Someone watches you from the west. Ooh, someone watches me from the west. Oh. Oh, here you are. Hello. I'm glad that you received my message. I wondered after I left it if I was too subtle for the scribe to realize that it had been given to him. Our shared purpose is almost complete, Pineleaf. The line of lamps indicates the way to a secret harbor used by certain members of the Kindred of the Coins. I have reason to believe that your prisoners are held within, and several of the bounties upon the Kindred are ripe for me to claim. Okay. Here's what I know of this secret harbor. It has been the berth of the ships belonging to Tatana the sea beast, but ever since Nakasi Waveeper's husband perished in Gondor, she has used it for her own ship as well. I don't know for what reason she chooses not to dock at the sea proper, but I believe that we will find both vessels in the harbor when we descend. The way is treacherous, but we can use this rope to descend upon the ledge that we must take. It is narrow, with only room for one of us to pass at a time. Once you reach the far side of the ledge, there is a ladder that descends a hidden harbor where your two targets keep their ships. You can go first down the ropes. I will be right behind you. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. What will I find down there? I guess I'm going to have to find that out in the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.